Are you looking for the best electric scooters? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best electric scooters on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Segway Ninebot Max G2. The Segway Ninebot Max G2 immediately became our favorite entry in this test. It provides a great balance of everything important in a scooter: power, comfort, portability, and battery life. The battery that provides the Max G2's quickness also gives it a reasonably long range, and you'll be comfortable while you're munching those miles thanks to the front and rear suspension. Segway estimates a range of 25 to 43 miles, depending on the mode and rider. Our test showed 16 miles in sport mode with varying rider sizes, good enough for third best in our test. While it is on the heavier side at 54 pounds, the Max G2 handles its weight nicely, feeling agile and coming to a halt from 10 miles per hour in just 9 feet. The controls were intuitive, and the app offers even more adjustability. We noticed a bit of lag when getting on the throttle, and we also found the charging cord to be far too short. Aside from these gripes, the Max G2 is an excellent all-rounder, making it our clear choice for best overall. Number 2. Niu KQi Air. The carbon fiber frame of the Niu KQi Air allows its total weight to be only 27 pounds, which ties it with the Gotrax for the lightest scooter we tested. Its lightweight makes this scooter extremely agile and fun once you get a feel for balancing its weight and agility with the brisk 18 miles per hour top speed. This is a high-tech scooter. Not only is there an NFC card to activate it, and an anti-theft alarm we accidentally discovered, but the app also allows you to control a wide range of functions, including regenerative braking, daytime running lights, and activation speed. We did have a few complaints, though. Some of the controls are uncomfortable and unintuitive compared to other scooters we rode, and the lack of suspension makes for a bit of a rough ride. On our test model, there is a rear wheel shroud, sort of a fender, that made a rather annoying clack over every bump, which made our range test a little less pleasant. Whether this was simply a quirk of our test model or a drawback to this scooter is hard to say. However, if agility is what you value in a scooter, the KQi Air ranks at the top thanks to its weight and wide deck. The built-in security system also makes it worth considering for riders who frequently park their scooter in public. Number 3. Gotrax GXL V2. If you're looking for a budget-friendly entry into the electric scooter market, the Gotrax GXL V2 is worth a peek. Weighing just 27 pounds, it folds quickly and rocks a slim foot deck, making it incredibly portable, ideal for multimodal commuting and easy storage. During our top speed test, the GXL V2 topped out at a VBox verified 14 miles per hour, about par for these smaller scooters. However, there were a few things about the speedometer and cruise control. For one, we noticed that even though the speedometer displayed 15.5 miles per hour at full throttle, the scooter's speed noticeably fluctuated without the speedometer reflecting those changes. As for the cruise control, while great in theory, we all experienced several moments when it failed to disengage, even after applying the brakes, which, yikes. While the GXL V2 is a solid option for beginners or those on a budget, it's important to note its limitations. The absence of a suspension, turn signals, and brake lights makes it less suitable for nighttime or more demanding rides. But this brings us to a critical point. Gotrax is a big deal in the e-scooter game, having earned its reputation as a leading brand in the e-scooter market with extensive offerings, including advanced models with full suspension and dual motors. These higher-end models are strong contenders, according to many other e-scooter reviewers. We hope to review a more premium model in a future update of this test. Number 4. Navee S40. Perhaps the funkiest looking scooter on our list, the Navee S40 lends its appearance to a unique Cybertruck-inspired design, per the company's website. The interesting steel spring suspension looks cool, but we found it doesn't do a whole lot when it comes to your average rough road or sidewalk. It is, however, better than no suspension. We were impressed by how easy it was to set up the scooter in the app, and pairing it with Find My on an iPhone was simple as well. The S40 also performed decently in our acceleration and top speed tests, registering 19 miles per hour. However, the battery life on this scooter is quite alarming. During our range test, we achieved 11 miles. While this doesn't seem too bad, a higher average speed means the scooter reaches that range quite quickly. We typically see higher speeds correlate with longer range, but not in this case. To make things worse, it took over 6.5 hours to charge from 0 to 100%, which was second worst after the beefy GT2. If looks are what you're most concerned with, the Navee S40 certainly is polarizing. Who cares if your battery doesn't last much longer than an hour? You and the scooter will capture some style points. Number 5. Razor C45. To many of us, the name Razor brings back memories of tearing up the neighborhood as kids on good old push scooters. Yes, hitting your shin with one still hurts just as bad. We decided it's time to try one of their electric scooters, and we chose the C45. While reasonably priced, the C45 does reflect its price and its performance. Aside from cost, the scooter didn't really do anything particularly well. Sure, acceleration wasn't bad, reaching 10 miles per hour in a zippy 2.3 seconds. Additionally, we found the scooter's acceleration above that point doesn't drop off like some others. From there, however, the cons added up. The ride is rough and rattly, the lack of suspension made it feel a bit unsteady, and worst of all, the braking is seriously bad at high speeds. The single rear drum brake is to blame here, and poor stopping distance from around 20 miles per hour could cause some problems for a rider. Though the nostalgia is fun for a while, the Razor C45's issues are too many to overcome.